I'm Miles-Crocker, and welcome to this series of videos designed to give you practical and useful strategies to grow your real estate business. I only have one request, and that would be for you to keep an open mind and avoid the "I already know that" syndrome. I know that I suffer from that syndrome quite often, and it's not a very good thing, but I know when I keep an open mind, I can always get some nugget to grow my real estate business and improve my real estate business. I want to show you how you can live your dream of independence, flexibility, and life balance through real estate. After you hear a little bit of my background, I think you will probably find that you and I have a lot in common. My parents were hardworking people and instilled a very strong work ethic in me and my four brothers. My father had a 9-to-5 job and several other jobs on the side. As I look back on it, I think I developed my entrepreneurial spirit from him. He was a general contractor and bought and sold real estate most of his adult life. At my father's recommendation, I attended the University of Southern California and majored in business administration with an emphasis in marketing. Upon graduation, I took an advertising job with a major company in Los Angeles. I was living the dream. It was great. Many of my friends worked at the movie studios and television studios, and combined with my advertising job, we had lots of good times. But after a while, I thought there must be more to life than this. Looking for a new challenge, I quit my wonderful job and drove to Washington, D.C. Most people couldn't understand why I would leave such a great job, let alone the sunshine state of California. I didn't have a job, but I had a place to live because I knew two people who lived in Washington, D.C. After realizing that I wasn't on vacation, I started to interview and landed another advertising job. Not my first choice, but I had to go with what I knew. After a year, I left because I had a vision of starting my own advertising consulting firm. The entrepreneurial spirit was tugging at me. I knew I needed more experience in a couple of areas and set out to get that experience. With each corporate job that I took, I looked at it as a means to an end. I think I did a great job at each company, but at the same time, I was never tied to that company because at the end of the day, the company was only looking out for themselves. I loved getting into the sales arena because you could work hard and get paid well. As long as you were making your numbers, no one really bothered you. But after a while, even that got to be a little too restrictive. So I left a very lucrative radio sales job so I could experience the freedom and flexibility of being a real estate agent. I'd had enough of traveling my job demanded and needed a change. By now I had gotten married and had 3 small children and wanted to spend more time with them, volunteer at their schools and go on their field trips and attend their soccer games. Like you, I attended the pre-licensing class and sat for my real estate exam. To be perfectly honest, I thought I had failed the exam. When the admin said I had passed, I looked around because I didn't think she was talking to me. I interviewed with several brokerages and was excited to join a company that had a lot of in-office training. But there were 2 major things I didn't realize until I actually started practicing real estate. And you can probably relate to both of them. First, I had no idea how much I didn't know. The pre-licensing class had taught me the legalities of selling real estate, but it didn't delve into the day-to-day aspects of selling real estate. I was clueless. The second thing I didn't understand or realize is how difficult selling real estate was. When I was an outsider, it all looked so easy, but I quickly found out that selling real estate is far from easy. Although it took me 4 long months to get my client, contract, and settlement, I stuck with it, attended every training session I could, and became Rookie of the Year for my office, selling 14 properties my first year. That was 14 years ago. During that time, I managed the real estate office and became the training director of our 2 offices. My mother always thought I'd be a teacher. I thought, no way. But I fell in love with training real estate agents. I brought my advertising agency and radio sales background to real estate and haven't looked back. There are so many moving parts to the real estate transaction that no one tells you about. So I decided it was time to let people look behind the curtain at what really happens inside a real estate transaction and teach agents what they need to be prepared to do and say. Many agents have what I call hope strategy. They hope the phone will ring and they will get a client. They hope they will make $1 million sale. I'm here to tell you, there is no hope is not a strategy. To be successful, you have to take consistent, deliberate steps and treat your business like a business. It's far too easy to sit back and complain that you didn't get any good sales calls when you were on floor duty, or all the visitors at the open house were already working with an agent, or that your broker isn't giving you any leads. Guess what? Your broker doesn't have a bag of leads to give you. I know it can be very frustrating and stressful. You are spending money and not bringing any money in. Your significant other, who was so supportive of your real estate career in the beginning, is getting impatient. Your friends and family begin to question if you made the right decision by becoming a real estate agent. You even begin to doubt yourself and consider posting your resume online. Does any of this sound familiar? I remember feeling this way, but you just have to get out there and create opportunities, and I can show you how to do just that. In my next video, I want to share with you some insights I had during my first year of real estate. By combining all of my life skills, I was able to create this real estate training systems that no other agents have or even thought of. There is no need for you to doubt your ability to become a successful real estate agent. You just need to know what to do and how to do it. I get so excited talking about how you can be a successful real estate agent because it's not difficult. It just takes persistence and a positive attitude. Everyone faces bumps in the road, but you know that it's just a bump in the road. You'll get over it and push through it. Making excuses and giving up are easy, but I'm here to tell you, you can experience the income, freedom, and life balance you desire if you stay the course. I have trained hundreds of agents who sometimes felt they would never be successful. Oftentimes, people have limiting beliefs that get in their way. Someone along the way told you that you weren't good enough or smart enough to be a success, and that limiting belief has held you back from becoming the best person you can be. It's time to let go of all of that negative self-talk and start believing in yourself. Now, when you dream, I want you to dream big because it is possible to achieve the results and success you are looking for. You may need to make a few sacrifices along the way, but it will all be well worth it in the long run as you see your real estate business grow. The sacrifices won't be difficult because we all waste a lot of time doing unproductive activities. My son and I attended a college send-off rally a couple of years ago, and one of the speakers put it this way to the students heading off to college. He said, in high school, you probably spend about 6 hours a day in school and another 2 hours studying, doing your homework. In college, you'll spend about 2 to 3 hours in class, and so you spend another 4 hours studying, since that's what you're used to doing. Let's say you get a full 8 hours of sleep. That leaves 8 hours for you to do whatever you want every single day. 8 hours. This was an aha moment for me as I applied it to my own life. Sure, I had some mother and wife duties that I had to account for, but I still had several hours every day to do whatever I wanted to do. It was in that moment that I realized how much time I was wasting. I would never get it back. The question now becomes, are you doing everything you can do to be a successful real estate agent? Or are you finding excuses as to why it just won't work? So here are 3 easy action items you can do right now to start growing your real estate business. Number 1, limit the amount of time you watch television and surf the internet. They both can suck you in and are huge time robbers. Next, eliminate negative people from your life. Take notice of who offers encouragement and who tells you to get a real job. As you begin to grow your real estate business, you want positive energy around you. Lastly, change your mindset. Talk to yourself in a positive manner. Let go of the negative self-talk. Tell yourself you can do this and approach each day as an opportunity to meet someone who might buy or sell real estate. I'll be back in a couple of days with another video. I'd love to hear from you in the meantime. Please use the comment section below to tell me about yourself and what your big dreams are in this career that you've just chosen. And also let me know what challenges you're facing so I can address them as well. Give me as much detail as you possibly can. Paint a picture so I can see what your big dreams look like as you enjoy financial independence, flexibility, and a balanced life. This is Candy Miles-Crocker with the Real Life Real Estate Training Program, and I'll see you back here in a couple of days.